has been updated.
아, 진짜 기어커가 있을 줄이야.
Analysis complete.
아니 이런 허허벌판에 뭔 놈의 워커기어셈. 돌아보지만 마라. 근데 왠지 돌아볼 것 같다.
You have arrived at your destination.
네가 뭔가 인텔을 알고 있겠지. 이 새끼야 갑자기 속도 내지 말고. 혼란스러우니까 좀 천천히 다녀. 천천히. 얌마 얌마.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Talk. Where are your friends?
Enemy presence detected. The map has been
안
updated.
좋은데.
Somebody!
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Эй, живой? Не волнуйся, я вызову подмогу. Спасибо. Help me.
존나 뛰어야 된다. 존나 뛰어. 으아, 야야. 자, 됐다. 아. 으아, 나나. 뒤로 쏘고. 아.
Snake, talk to me. Snake.
Boss, you need to extract the target alive. He might be able to tell us about what went on at OKB-0.
저 니들이 그렇게 나온다면 나도 다 생각이 있지.
You have arrived at your destination.
여기요.
Help me.
돌아. 빠져나가.
That's the way.
Mission info has been updated. The map
안 되네. 핫존에서 이탈하라 뜨면은 어떤 사람이 AC로 바로 돌아갈 수 있다며. 없네 그런 거.
has been updated.
드디어 확인했다.
Whoa, whoa.
없네. 나한테 왜 그 말을 했던 걸까? 날 낚으려고 했던 걸까? 없습니다. 자, 나한테 어제부터 자꾸 훈수 주시던 그분.
Please select a landing zone. Support helicopter
Roger.
딱 이
requested.
위치네. 나이스. 아이고, 아유, 미안해.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
어쨌든 여기까지 빠져나가야 되잖아요. 그리고 어차피 돌아가야 되는데.
squad. On station at LC.
그리고 이렇게 기환해주는 게 또 간지나잖아. 게임에서는. 사이드옵스에서는 어차피 하존 일탈하면 다시 기원하는 건 맞는데 바로 갈 수 있고 그런 건 맞는데 뭐 이거나 그거나 시간이 비슷비슷하네.
Buddy departing area of operations.
Departing.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Mission complete, and how? Boss, the target filled us in on what's been going on. He betrayed the Soviets, passing information to Langley, but got scared after learning XOF used the vocal cord parasites. Then came feelings of guilt that his leaks sent comrades to their deaths, and fear that America might deploy such a weapon itself. But in reality, XOF and Langley don't have a collaborative relationship, and Skullface was not working for America. Still, I can't blame the man for being afraid. After laying low with the Mujahideen, he tried to cut his ties with the US and return to the Soviet military. But along the way, someone came after him, and he was forced back into hiding. Could have been remnants of XOF looking to
엑소
silence him.
사이퍼 잔당들 소탕하는 거죠.
He doesn't seem to know much
스컬페이스
about the
죽었어도
parasites, but
사이퍼는 아직
nevertheless,
살아있고
it'll be too dangerous to hand him over to Langley or the Soviets. We'll keep him here as originally planned.
자, 스컬페이스의 목표 2, 불타는 남자 2, 금속성 고세균 2, 코드 토커와의 그의 연구 2, 카즈히라 밀러의 햄버거 1. 아, 너무 많다. 이거 어느 세월에 다 들어가지고 또 녹화해가지고 붙여넣냐. 하지만 합니다.
Hewitt's dug up some interesting facts about our skull-faced friend. 9 years ago, he was exiled to South Africa, stripped of political power. The upshot's that he ceased being a serious threat, in Cypher's eyes anyway. They eased up on surveillance, giving him an opening to establish his own military unit, one that answered to his will alone. Those men likely had no idea their orders were coming from Skullface. They probably didn't even know the organization was a part of Cypher at all. Anyway, it was in South Africa where he found renewed interest in parasites. And when he discovered the vocal cord parasites, he began to make his plan. Wipe the English language out of existence. Free the world, not by taking men's lives, but by taking their tongues. In his eyes, the greatest symbiotic parasite the world's ever known isn't microbial. It's linguistic. Words are what keeps civilization, our world, alive. There was something Skullface said. America is made up of many peoples, but those peoples never mix. Quite so. One nation, home to hundreds of different ethnic groups, many of whom stick to their respective living areas. Little colonies, not interacting with other groups, going out of their way to avoid one another, their land, organizations, relationships. Thus, the United States of America is no melting pot. It is more of a salad bowl. It is not made up from one people, but for its minorities to function in society, a common ground is needed. Language. Even if the country is not one. No, because it's not one, a lingua franca is necessary. English. American hegemonism was born from the illusion that English could unite diverse ethnicities. In taking in people from around the globe, America became a microcosm of it. Now the boundaries between it and the rest of the world have become blurred. However different our neighbors may be, English enables us to create symbiotic relationships with each other. If English can bring unacquainted neighbors together in America, this should hold true for the world. This salad bowl that is the world can also become one.
You mentioned that the man on fire was crushed under Sahelanthropus in its hangar.
Yeah, he was caught under the wheels of its transport platform.
But his body wasn't found.
What?
We searched the area the moment we arrived, but there was no trace of him.
I wasn't hallucinating.
I know. I trust you on that. That means someone must have taken the body. But when I got there, everything was still as it was. Even Skullface hadn't been touched. I can't see a reason to sneak into a place like that and drag out the biggest, heaviest guy there.
What are you getting at?
The only option left is... he got up and walked away.
That platform ran him over.
Just ran him over.
You're saying that's not enough?
I don't want to believe it, but maybe not. He shrugs off bullets, even rocket strikes. There's no reason to think that would finish him. It seems ridiculous, but I'll start gathering eyewitness accounts just in case.
If you dig up anything concrete, I want to know.
You'll be the first, if I dig anything up. But I hope to hell I don't.
No kidding.
This is yellow cake that Cypher was having the PFs transport. Before we met you, the boss recovered it from a truck crossing the savannah. Are there metallic archaea inside it?
Yes, the archaea metabolize uranium-235 to subsist. They must be stored inside yellow cake, or they cannot survive.
So those biological traces we took for impurities were actually the real cargo.
Of course, they are deactivated, so they do not trigger a sudden enrichment. They are like baker's yeast. Yet, they do gradually enrich the uranium as they feed. I imagine you detected weapons-grade traces.
Yeah, we did.
And the malachite that was loaded on the truck had traces of uranium in it too. So that's the flower, huh? Skullface was gonna sell do-it-yourself nuke kits. The uranium-enriching archaea complete with the user's manual. And the ores with the uranium could be sourced by the client or provided by Cypher.
Even the trace amounts buried in common ores can be enriched to weapons-grade uranium by the metallic archaea. Proving that must have been the most important factor of the trials. That and the ability to successfully prevent detonation.
So if the amounts of uranium in the ores are low enough, they can get past any inspection. And you only need a tiny amount of the archaea to act as the yeast. No great challenge to smuggle that either. The first step towards saturating the world with nukes.
His plan. That was not my intention. My only goal in developing the metallic archaea was to save the Dene.
What made you think a tool for creating undetectable nuclear weapons would save your people?
After 70 years, the Dene reclaimed the Navajo nation from which we were banished. We bore all the hardships of poverty, but we were proud to live off the land we called our own. But in the moment the atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima, everything changed.
I don't get it.
The nuclear arms race between the US and the Soviet Union began with the end of the Second World War. Suddenly, there was a massive demand for uranium, and it was our ill fortune that the ground beneath the Navajo Nation was rich with uranium ore. The Black Ana government set up mine after mine, and many of the Dene worked them, never informed of any danger. Every day, they went to work with no protection. The slag was simply piled out in the open. When rain fell, uranium traces left behind would seep out, and when the ground dried, it was blown about as dust. Land and water were contaminated, irradiated. Many of us became sick and died. That pain lives on to this day.
I had no idea.
wanting more than anything to revive the land my forebears left to me. I was delighted upon discovering microbes that eat uranium. If they could be domesticated, I believed we could rid our land of uranium.
Were you successful?
No. The research called for funding on a colossal scale. But nobody was willing to invest with no prospect of a return.
And that's when Skullface showed up.
Correct. I can save you and your people. We share the same will. That is what he said to me. And I believed him. Black Anna forced me to abandon my uranium cleanup work and focus on nuclear weapons. And he held all the Dine hostage. Today, the uranium mines within the reservation are finally closing down. It is simply less expensive now to source uranium overseas.
New victims, different places.
But uranium is a tactical resource. To rely on a foreign country for it is a difficult decision to make. And he was in the perfect place to influence that decision.
He could have condemned your people to the mines forever.
The contamination comes not only from uranium. The fallout from the Nevada nuclear tests also settled on our lands. As if our fortune were not already bad enough. We are also downwinders. To save the Dine, I must complete my original research. The one that covers the parasite that lives on the surface of the skull's bodies is what gives them their power, similar to my children who live in my skin. I modified the parasites I isolated from the body of that old man, differentiating them with various abilities. One that can blend perfectly into its surroundings by exposing the pigments in its cells at will. Another that, by harboring multiple species of metallic archaea, can oxidize and reduce metal. Isolating the one that covers and transplanting it into an artificial medium should provide the same abilities as the skulls. But they can only subsist within a human body. Once transplanted into the medium, they will eventually die. Another thing, the weakness of the one that covers is desiccation. Their surface moisture loss is greater than ours. The reason they give off mist is to alleviate this by releasing the salts inside them as microparticles. Water vapor condenses around them, appearing as mist. But this dries out the atmosphere until they cannot even produce mist. And once their supply of water from the host runs out, the parasites are in danger. They, along with their host, enter a form of suspended animation. However, a similar effect occurs if they come into contact with a large amount of water. Rain, for instance. The one that covers will temporarily abandon other processes in his eagerness to absorb the water. Itihulone. Make the weather your ally. I have spoken enough. Your men can take it from here. Will you permit me to rest? Have something to eat?
I thought you don't eat.
I can subsist without food. But there is more to the act of eating than nourishment. We receive nature's blessings and reaffirm our part in it. And in doing so, we express our gratitude.
Sorry, it's, hearing you say you don't need to eat and that you're part of nature in the same breath. Anyway, what can we get you? Not exactly a five-star restaurant, but the kitchen's used to serving a lot of different appetites.
Hamburgers.
Hamburgers?
Even wheat and have become Americanized. I eat them often back home.
And you just can't let them go. Well, as far as symbols of the American Empire go, hamburgers are pretty good. The victory of capitalism.
Your people suffered so much at the hands of America, and you ask for hamburgers. We have suffered more than you can know. But I do not see hamburgers as an accomplice. A single dish, providing a balanced helping of nature's blessings. Meat, grain, and vegetable. How could anyone hate such a magnificent thing?
Says the guy who can survive on photosynthesis. Balance has nothing to do with it. You just like a good burger.
That is also true. Be warned, though. I have very high standards.
Don't worry. I do too. All right then. One good old-fashioned all-American icon coming up.
I look forward to it.
자, 배틀기어가 완성되었대요. 아, 또 허풍쟁이네.
Emmerich's finished development on that battle gear of his. Get back to Mother Base.
아주 그냥 진짜 내가 바지 사장은 바지 사장이구만. 자, 세이셸의 역 마더베이스 개발 배틀기어 경납군. 약간 호버기는 게 있네. 빰빰.
The battle gear is an armored
Huh?
weapon developed to take on hostile bipedal weapon systems. But unlike the Soviet-funded Walker gear, the battle gear still hasn't been properly field tested. I'd like to assign a combat unit to take it on dispatch missions, so that we can evaluate its capabilities and reliability. Assuming you've got no objections, give the order to dispatch the unit from your iDroid.
그래, 알았어. 자, 마더베이스 돌아온 김에 파스나 만나고 가자. 그래야겠다. 여기 아니요? 여기요. 또 월요일인데 여러분들 힘내시고.
Boss, we need evidence to prove our suspicions about Emmerich. Head to the central base camp in Afghanistan and recover that AI pod. It's time we purge Diamond Dogs of that traitorous parasite once and for all.
그러면 거기로 가겠네.
Please
Pipeline
select a mission. Unit dispatched.
와, 이 65%밖에 안 돼, 성공률이. 그 대신 성공하면 좀 많은 걸 주긴 하는데. 여기 꽤 갈려나가야겠는데 이 정도면. 차에서 자요. 네. 근데 차에서 자면은 자나 안 자나 비슷비슷한 느낌이라는 게 문제지만 거기서 거긴 것 같은 느낌.
Staff assigned. Please specify a project.
뭐 어쩔 수 없죠. 드디어 슬리프 그레네이드를 쓸 수 있게 됐구나. 이게 개 14기라는데 왠지 좀 너무 쉽게 가는 것 같아서. 하기야 콰이어트 쓰는 것부터 너무 쉽게 간 거였지. 그렇게 치면. 자, 이제 의료 플랫폼에 잠깐 돌아가서 파스 좀 만나고 뭐 그렇게 하면서 진행하자. 방학 좋겠다. 나도 진짜 아무 걱정 없이 놀아보고 싶다. 아무것도 안 하고. 여러분들은 내가 방송 하루에 딱 3-4시간 하고 땡이니까 그러면 끝날 거라고 생각을 하지만 편집만 10시간 넘게 앉아있어. 방송하기 전에 하루에. 나도 진짜 방송만 하고 땡이었으면 얼마나. 하지만 현실은 그렇지 않다고. 딱 직장인처럼 9시, 8시에 앉아가지고 7시, 8시까지 편집하고 뭐 그러니까. 콰이어트 그거 틀지마. 너 쓰는 거 아니야. 그래, 근데 솔직히 그거라도 열심히 안 하면 도태되니까 어쩔 수 없어. 이것도 무한 경쟁 사회인데 남보다 뒤떨어지면은 끝이지.
What is it, Snake?
자, 이거
Cayo Pinto.
가요 핀토.
Amanda and I thought Cecile had to
세뇨리타.
make it.
도대체 가요 핀토가 뭐야?
She picked it up so fast.
케이크인가?
I was really surprised.
뭐 가토 쇼콜라 같은 건가?
Parisians have cooking in the blood. Are Cecile and Amanda doing okay? I wonder why they
얘가
haven't
진짜
visited.
피스워커의 히로인이었는데 파스가.
My head. It hurts.
자, 카세트 테이프 항목 3. 뭐지? 이게 원래 더 있었던 것 같은데 설계도를 내가 확보해서 달성이 된 건가? 아닌가? 내가 잘못 기억하고 있는 건지. 자, 이게 AI 포드 회수하는 게 사이드 퀘스트인데 메인 미션하고 연관된 거네. 그 전에 이거 하자. 이거 해야지. 왜 이게 남아있는지 모르겠지만 분명 난 이거 깼는데 뭐 갱신이 된 건지 새로운 사격 훈련으로 바뀐 건지 모르겠지만 한번 해보자. 그럴 수도 있어. 노래 틀지 말라고. 니가 콰이어트 니가 내 인생 책임져 줄 거 아니면.
Please select a
잘라내야겠어.
delivery point.